welcome back, Mech Warriors, and welcome back to a resurrected Breaking the Meta series. This video has actually been a couple months in the making, ever since when the skill tree was first announced, honestly. Um, I wanted to make a video using this Mechanolith build in the previous months, but unfortunately, it really truly didn't meet my definition of breaking the meta. It would usually post about 200 damage, 300 damage, something like that. Maybe get a kill, maybe not. I think the KDR was actually sub 1-0 or like right at 1-0. And it's funny, like in the past months before the new skill tree, it really was like a Solohma special, and it's kind of why I wanted to do this build and this mech because there's lore behind it. It's a good story, and yeah, there's definitely background on this mech. Anyway, let's jump right into the build before I go further into the skill tree part of this. So this is the mech as it was built before the skill tree update. Nothing's changed. It's a super stock special of, you know, two clan UAC-20s and two small lasers for backup weapons. Um, Crammed in as much UAC ammo as I could, and then just enough heat sinks to make it manageable. And that was the build. Unfortunately, in the past iteration of the game, before the new skill tree came out, it had a number of problems. The biggest was the fact that the engine was a 200 XL and therefore it was horrendously slow to torso twist, turn, accelerate, do anything really. Um, the biggest difference in this mech's performance has been the unlocking of the engine cap size to the mobility. Now that mobility is anchored to tonnage, this mech can actually put its guns on the target. That was the biggest problem before the skill tree update. I couldn't get the UAX on target fast enough to consistently make good shots. So that's been fixed with the skill tree, and well, not particularly the skill tree per se, but the decoupling of agility rather from engine size. And then another factor that was holding it back was the lack of ammunition. Um, I was making poor shots because of the fact that I couldn't get my torso on target fast enough. I was making poor shots. I was wasting ammo, and the mech would constantly run out of ammo. I think this is the mech I actually did that one challenge a couple months ago where it had like to run out of ammo and get like a kill or something. I forgot what it was. Um, but yeah. Um, it was a little bit frustrating because I couldn't put out consistently good shots. I ran out of ammo. I couldn't get into position fast enough. It was just a mess, really. And the skill tree's come a long way towards fixing the ammunition problem and the jamming problem as well because it's so dependent on those big auto cannons not jamming to do good damage. Um, so yeah, it's come on strides with that. And another thing the skill tree has helped out with a little bit is heat efficiency. The mech did, like I said, because it's a short range brawler, you don't get many opportunities to stay engaged as a medium mech that's a brawler. You kind of have to take your shots and pull back, which was okay. It was running hot, but it didn't. There's a couple of instances where I had some matches where I actually got into a position where I could just lay into someone and no one was shooting back at me, and the mech was running too hot at that point, and the skill trees helped with that. So now we've taken a look at the build itself. Um, I want to take a look at the consumables real quick, actually, before I get into skill tree. So, cool shot 18 and artillery strike, and then moving into the skill tree. This is how I have the mech built. And forgive me if I'm not 100% up on everything. I haven't played the game in about 2 months. I've been taking some time off. I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous videos, but I got hit by a driver on New Year's. I was the passenger in my roommate's car, and we got cleaned out by a driver on New Year's, and I ended up in the hospital, and I've been struggling for the last half year or so with that. I have some pretty bad brain damage from that impact, and So if you hear me say something that doesn't quite add up, I apologize. Like I'm slurring my words sometimes. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. So bear with me. I'm gonna do the best I can. But anyway, into the skill tree. So basically, from what little I've played the game so far, I've only done probably like 10 drops or so, and these are the first. This is the first night I've been dropping since the skill tree revamp. So far, it seems like survival is almost a must. Like you have to flush out this tree. Um, I don't think glass cannons work well anymore for a number of reasons. Mostly because all the mechs seem to be a lot less Gundam and a lot more MechWarrior, if that makes sense. Like the mech's movement and agility has been reduced to the point where they actually feel like multi-ton war machines again. So um, I feel like the ability to poke in and out has been greatly reduced to the extent that DPS rather than high alphas has more weight, and the ability to take damage is also much more important because when you peek out, you're staying exposed for longer. So that's why I flushed out the survival tree and, can't do damage and help your team if you're dead. I mean, I guess that's a really simple way to say it. And then I've put points into mobility. It seems like the mobility tree on the right hand side is more geared towards light mechs, I guess you would say. And for that reason, I've stayed more on the left hand side. And I'm really looking here to pick up the torso speed. That's what I want. So I can rotate damage away. I can get the UX on my target. And yeah, that's the goal I'm going with here as far as the mobility part of the skill tree. And like I said, focusing on torso twist from the left hand side because that's where those talents seem to be clustered up. And then jump jets, completely skipped them. Operations, I went and got the cool run. I'm going more along the right hand side here because it has the improved gyros and the cool run. And I think cool run is almost a necessity. I think whether you go both left and right hand sides of the tree here, I think the ultimate goal is to pick up cool run 4 and 5 or 5 and 6, whatever. How many ever you end up picking up, I think you want these two at the bottom because it really helps your DPS. If you can't get rid of the heat that you build up, it really kills your DPS. And there are times, like I said, because the mechs are a lot less agile, the kind of peeking out high alpha style doesn't reward as much as it used to. And so I feel like DPS rather than high alpha carries more weight. So that's why I'm picking up Cool Run, or doing my best to pick up as many of the Cool Run talents as I can. I actually skipped Cool Run 3 just because I played one match with this mech. And you're looking at like, it's only 2 more skill points. Like, what's the deal? I actually found that I didn't need the third cool, or I guess that would be like, I don't know, whatever. I don't need this one right here. The mech is just uh, cool enough to get the damage out when it matters without investing too many points into talents that I'm not making use of. I picked up the extra consumable just because it's a brawler mech, and I feel like artillery strikes towards the end of the match on clusters of mech can really pay dividends, and it helps with positioning as well. You can kind of like quarantine people off. If you're a brawler, you can lay down an artillery strike and know that people are going to run to the other side, so you can run to that other side and then hit them with the UAX when they're trying to retreat from the artillery strike. So we've got 1 point in there, and then this is, I think, another tie into the breaking the meta actual part of it is that before the UX had, like I said, problems with ammunition running out. They had problems with DPS and jamming when you needed them most. And as a result, I, the skill tree points I've picked up are there to alleviate those problems. Of course, I picked up the almost, I wouldn't say mandatory, but almost unavoidable range talents here. And actually, come to think of it, I can get rid of that one. That's really not even a necessity, is it? I do need, huh? I may have actually put in too many points into talents I didn't need. I'll have to take a look at that again. Once again, sorry guys, I'm not as sharp as I used to be This car wreck really messed me up pretty good. But anyway, so I'm concentrating, as you can see, on cooldown for the UX. I'm picking up range where I have to. Otherwise, I'm focusing on getting to the UAC jam talent, the magazine capacity, and the second magazine capacity and the second UAC jam. Those are the talents I really want to pick up as a ballistics heavy and focused build. So, yeah, that's the skill tree, and I guess, um, hmm, I guess it makes more points, or makes more sense to put points into velocity to help the UAC get on target. Let me see if actually I have survivability all the way done. Mobility, I don't think I can pick up anything with 2 talent points. Excuse me. That would help me with torso twist, maybe, or torso twist speed rather. Operations, I'm already running cool enough. Yeah, I'm actually going to put that into velocity. So there's a change to the build happening right there in front of your eyes. And let's see here. We'll actually just add all of them in case I need to unlock other skill points later on. So yeah, we're going to pick up velocity. Excuse me once again. I think we're going to pick up velocity and another cooldown. I'm not seeing heat gen's not really that important to me. Range not important. Cool. So there it is. A little bit more velocity and a little bit faster cooldown on the UAC 20s. Okay, so that's the skill tree, and I hope I've done an adequate job of explaining how the new skill tree interacts with the design of the mech and bolstering its weaknesses. Um, I'm not. Did I say that I was going to include a old clip of the mech pre skill tree? If not, I'm sorry, I did mean to. So yeah, after we get through this part of the video, I'm gonna include an old clip of I think the very first match after I bought this mech, and maybe it wasn't the very first one. Maybe it was like 1 or 2 matches in. But it was definitely towards the beginning of when I had this mech, and I'm gonna showcase like the difference in I guess efficacy of the mech compared to now, and I hope you can see it for yourselves. So all in all, I'm really happy with the skill tree because it gives me as a player who likes designing mechs and trying new builds, or sometimes in this case like taking lore based builds and making them work. It gives me the ability to actually have fun in the game and be effective instead of being like, yeah, it's a fun build, but it does like 200 damage and then I die. It's not really that great. So I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. I'm gonna jump into the clip now. The first clip of the mech being played before the skill tree update, and then I'm gonna include a video of the mech being played after the skill tree update. And I think the difference is evident for yourselves. Basically, just real quick, like I said, it was averaging 200 to 300 damage, something like that, before the skill tree update. Now it's averaging 4 to 5, and this was a good match where I think I almost got 700 damage, and like 5 kills, I think it was. So yeah, you'll see that in the second video. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy this video and the playthrough. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. For those of you that have stuck with me through all the trials and tribulations, I appreciate you guys subbing. And I hope to see you guys in the future. All right. Take care, MechWarriors. Happy hunting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I didn't think I'd ever make another one of these videos, but here we are. It's going to be another Breaking the Meta. PGI just put what they call the comp mechs for sale, and I had already bought one Hunchback, the B with laser vomit. the day before, so I kind of missed out on that. But I'm feeling squirrely, and I was looking at the Hunchback 2C, the original, and I was like, you know what? I never got the UAC 20 build to work in the past when I had my main account, and I want to make this fucking thing work. So what I did is I kept the stock engine. It's an XL200, so it's slow, but it's got two UAC 20s and two small lasers for backup weapons. I did some tinkering with heat management and stuff, and if you chain fire to UACs, like, you're not gonna get pinpoint damage, but this mech will spit out 80 points of damage plus the 10 from the small lasers if you hit them too. I've got those bound on what would be my Gauss pre-charge slash LRM keybind right now, so I can fire off the UACs and engage the small lasers at Navy. And hopefully we don't have to do too many takes for this video. Right now I have zero anything in this mech. Like, I put Pharaoh on it. I put like I dropped one of the heat sinks so I could pick up more ammo. So I've got like 5 tons of ammo, I think, something like that. And yeah, no modules, no skills, another no basics classic. But actually, this is the Solohma classic because, you know, this is traditionally what the clan aged mech warriors would go out on for their last hurrah, and going out in a blaze of glory in a mech that was ridiculous and didn't really have any armor, and it was just a wrecking ball that instantly died. It was definitely a kamikaze mech. So yeah, I'm gonna play it and see if I can get some good peeks in, and maybe not face tank as much, but kind of wait until people have engaged, and you know, maybe go out there and hammer some UX into some people. So it looks like a million people on that ramp, so we're just going to forego that ramp entirely. Okay. That Nova is running away. That's Gabriel Wing. I never know if, like, I see some of these players and I never know if they're good or not. Really? Come on, guys. Get on point with that shit.
New target acquired.
Yeah. Yeah! Come on. Do it again. Do it again. I didn't get to double tap.
Acquired.
I did not get to double tap. Oh, dude, you missed out on death.
New target acquired.
Okay, we're just gonna ride this ridge right now. Or are we? Hey, 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 come on. Come on, come back out. Come back out.
New target acquired.
Oh, come on, you're killing me. Like, I know you want to... Fuck! I'm getting shot by my own teammates. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. Not doing too good on the accuracy right now, but that's okay. Still the beginning of the match.
New target acquired.
Oh god. Am I gonna pull a real Solohma and just like go charging on the right hand side? I might, dude. I might. Come on. Come on. This is supposed to be a kamikaze mech. I can't wait too long. I feel the need. I feel the urge. I feel the itch.
New target acquired.
Come on, come on, come on. Come. Oh my god, you're killing me. Why doesn't anyone want to peek vertically right now? This is AIDS. Yes, do it.
Acquired.
Come on. Damn you. Damn you, people.
New target acquired.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Take it. You know what? Fuck it.
Target destroyed.
Oh. But still.
New target acquired.
we're gonna go on anyway. Fuck it.
New target acquired.
For the breaking of the meta. Charge. Holy shit, that kid got fucked.
New target acquired.
Ooh. Yeah, direwolf. Come on. Oh. Didn't cycle fast enough. An urban mech. What?
Target destroyed.
What?
New target
Well,
acquired.
we all knew it was going to end up going into basement.
Dude, are you fucking serious right now, though?
New target.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, cut in front of me and then fucking just stall out and be like,
Target acquired.
Yeah!
Heat level critical.
Oh, yeah! Oh, I'm feeling it now. You got nowhere to run, baby.
Target
Except in front of my
destroyed.
teammate. Because he's retarded. And just randomly shut down in front of you. It's cool. But there it is. I don't know. Was that a good match? I don't know. I feel like I spit some damage out. Maybe like 400 points of damage, maybe, if I'm lucky. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't think that met the criteria. What do you think, guys? Did that meet the criteria for a good match? I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I think it's a little bit subpar. Yeah. Well, we're gonna save it anyway, just in case all the other ones end up being complete failures. But yeah, there it is, the Solohma special. You know, 2 Act 20s, just enough heat sinks to make it sort of kind of DPS well, and 2 backup weapons for shits and giggles for when you run out of ammo and have nothing better to do. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Peace.
Online. Weapons online. Override engaged. Target acquired. Artillery strike online. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Heat level critical. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.